My name's Chris Harrison. I'm a photographer and I'm originally from Jarrow on Tyneside. I've just always been fascinated by, stories that don't seem to be told by other people, that I have some kind of intimate knowledge of. When I was a little lad, my dad was amazing, When I got to be a teenager, I kind of went through a bit of a phase where it was kind of hard work for both of us, I think. I've kind of come to a better understanding of my dad and the pressure he was under when he was at work as I've gotten older. When you're 8, everything's great, Dads are amazing people, if you're lucky, I was lucky. My dad was amazing. As I've gotten older, I've just realised that he was under an awful lot of pressure because of the job. As an 8-year-old, I kind of, the stories my dad used to tell about, gold prospecting on the Klondike and, being on a pirate ship and stuff, he seemed to know about all that. And I kind of assumed that's what he did for a living, And then, gradually it seeped through that he went to work in a factory. And I was always fascinated by this place he went to every day, this factory. I got on thinking about it, and somehow that, with thinking about my dad and industry and stuff, kind of came together. And I suddenly thought, what if I could go and photograph the machine and really, really photograph, all the bits of it. And then I was lucky enough to be made the fellow in Bradford on with that project as my idea. The actual fact of it is kind of interesting to me, that suddenly being in the same room as it and getting that sense of the scale and the sense of the weight. I mean, it's not something you want to have, go wrong on you. I suddenly realised how vulnerable he was as a bloke when he was with this machine. You're flesh and blood, and then you're pitted up against something which is completely unyielding. I've been trying to get that across in the photography, that sense of the mass of the thing. So I kind of was interested in the way that industry has either been romanticised in an odd kind of way, that the act of actually doing a job has been romanticised, that somehow it's very romantic to work in a coal mine, or it's just been completely forgotten about and everyone just assumes that everything's made in China. I'm just interested in the whole question of industry and how it's just kind of forgotten about. I think anyone who grew up in a house where a dad worked in a factory will kind of understand what I'm talking about. And then for those that don't, it'll give them a kind of sense of what it's like to grow up in that kind of house, away from the heroic worker image that we kind of go between in this country. We had a lot of laughs. There was a lot of fun things happened. I think he's quite chuffed that I'm doing this, I'm just racking my brains to think of something I can do with my mother now, otherwise our nose will be put out of joint.